Good morning, Shola and Chikodi.
Good morning.
Good morning, yeah.
Okay.
Thank God it's Friday. Good morning. Welcome to Kakaaki Social. I am Ohimaya Maize. On this segment of the show, we spotlight the issues that shape conversations in the Nigerian social media. Ahead of tomorrow's by-elections across the country, a mystery Nigerian police helicopter landed in Kwara State, and this has generated some talk in the social media, especially as the helicopter was reportedly seen to be offloading some materials into a vehicle. And there have been allegations also in the social media that they are election materials, and some have also said there might be some funding for the elections. This issue generated some conversations yesterday. Police helicopter landing in Kwara State. These are the pictures that were taken by eyewitnesses. Let's go on and take a look at a tweet by the spokesperson of the Bukola Saraki presidential campaign back then, Mr. Ilemona Onoja, fired off this tweet saying, this evening, an helicopter belonging to Police NG landed at the St. Paul's Primary School, Omaron, in Kwara South, and offloaded cash into a vehicle belonging to Mr. Tunji Ajulokwe, the APC candidate for the by-election in Ekiti, Irekbodun Isin Okeoro federal constituency. This issue gained a lot of traction over the past few 48 hours in the social media. The Nigerian police immediately debunked this. This was what they tweeted. They said Police NG wishes to implore the general public and the media to disregard and discountenance a publication in some social media platforms that an helicopter belonging to the force that landed at St. Paul Primary School, Umuaron, Kwara State, offloaded cash into a vehicle. This was the police explanation of what happened, but Nigerians are talking and reacting already. Imoge D tweeting said, sorry sir, I won't disregard it. Tell us why the helicopter was there and what was it offloading into that car. Whose car is that? Whose stuff were being offloaded? Simple questions. More tweets from Nigerians. So Yedeji tweeting said, you debunked his narrative but left the truth to our imagination. Who will believe your rebuttal? Nature abhors vacuum. Better tell us what actually offloaded, or the rumor goes on. Nigerians wanting more clarity on the police helicopter that landed in that primary school on Wednesday evening. It's not even a rebuttal. They just type the opposite of the news and think they've done something. Just as you've said, if the helicopter was there, what was its mission? The rumor continues. From Nenga Turner, we saw that tweet, and from Kolade Oyebola, we saw this tweet. What evidence is in that picture? Did you see any money moving from the helicopter to the vehicle? Have you seen other pictures of the same helicopter with the same people around it without the vehicle there? Check again, please. There's so much, some kind of mystery over that helicopter and what its mission was in Kwara State. Femi Adult tweeting said the person that took this picture could have easily made a video. There's no proof that they are moving money here, but he got a response immediately to his tweet from another Twitter user tweeting. Mohagom said, what happened to Gandola video? Even if the person makes video, children of recession will say it's still a lie. From Mohagom, we saw that tweet. INEC Nigeria, while that issue was trending, actually issued a statement. According to them, on their official Twitter handle, breaking, the attention of INEC has been drawn to rumors circulating in some quarters that sensitive materials for Saturday's by-election in certain areas are being ferried to unknown locations by politicians and unauthorized persons. This is untrue and should be ignored, as all sensitive materials are safely kept in the central bank vaults and will only be collected, distributed to locations and opened at the stipulated times and in the presence of accredited party agents, observers and other stakeholders in the usual manner. That was INEC's response to this issue. But again, Mr. Ilemona Onoja, who fired off the first tweet, came back to respond to the Nigerian police rebuttal. This was what he said. He said, good morning. These are the simple questions. 1. Is it a police chopper? 2. Was this flight authorized by the police high command? 3. Why is the police delivering items to the contestant of a by-election a few days before? 4. If it wasn't cash, what was it? Certainly questions that we don't have answers to those questions at this time. The DSS supposed report about the DSS report on APC chairman Adams Oshomole has also been trending on social media. Our reporters told us yesterday that there's a DSS report, a damning report by the DSS on APC chairman Adams Oshomole. Let's take a look at how that also generated some conversations in the social media. Exclusive. DSS asks Buhari to prosecute Oshomole for making millions of dollars from APC primaries. Let's take a look at excerpts from that report by Sahara reporters, exclusively filed yesterday by Sahara reporters. According to that report, the Department of State Services, DSS, has asked President Muhammadu Buhari to prosecute Adams Oshomole, national chairman of the All Progressive Congress, for allegedly receiving at least $55 million in bribes before and after party primaries all over the country. So our reporters can also confirm that the figures mentioned earlier are nothing compared to what the DSS documented in a report it forwarded to the presidency and the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, some days ago. Quoting a source, total $55 million is what Adams is alleged to have received. Some party chieftains claim it is $80 million. A source aware of the contents of the report told our reporters. This report generating a lot of talk in the social media. Let's take a look at some commentary. Ajiboro tweeting said that DSS is overrating Buhari. Next, Buhari will tell us how brave Oshomole is. The Ganduje treatment. From Ikechukwu tweeting at Aikimo, APC is Comrade Oshomole's workshop. DSS should focus on insecurity challenges facing the country. Interesting comments from Henry Shield. According to the DSS report in circulation about APC national chairman, the sum of $55 million was given to him. Just in case I'm not clear, Adams Oshomole collected the sum of 19,580 million naira. Let that sink in as they come campaigning for re-election. From Henry Shield, we saw that tweet, and from Nii Blessing, we saw this tweet. DSS did not submit any report to the presidency on Oshomole, but PDP fabricated one and planted it with the press. PDP are psychopaths. From Nii Blessing, we saw that tweet from Gio Meza. Not a fan of Oshomole, but when did it become the statutory duty of DSS to investigate financial crimes? What is then the function of EFCC, ICPC, and the police? Gio Meza there tweeting, and we move on to this issue that has also been trending. Former President Goodluck Jonathan has caused a bit of a stir in the social media as he prepares to launch his book, My Transition Hours. He tweeted about it a couple of days ago. The book is set to be launched in Abuja on Tuesday, at least as at the last count. 7 sitting African presidents are expected to attend. Let's take a look at the tweet that he tweeted and the comments that followed from his official handle. He said, coming next week in bookshops all over the world. My book, My Transition Hours. There was a video embedded in it, which you must probably have seen by now on television. Chukuneke007 tweeting said, oh boy, see men wey go come this book presentation. Baba God, no be after all these night classes and jackings. They no go call my name for this kind of occasion. Waiting again. My Transition Hours on the way. GJ all the way. And then from another Twitter user, Mr. Stanley Nwabia, GJ invited Buhari as special guest of honor at his upcoming book launch. Since same Buhari that has never had the decency to invite GJ to commission at least one of the legacy projects. Let's go back to that tweet. Let's complete that tweet. Same Buhari that has never had the decency to invite GJ to commission at least one of the legacy projects initiated and completed before he left office. Goodluck Ebele Jonathan is a good man. From Mr. Stanley Wabia, we saw that Twitter. And then from I am Ayo Georgia, my goodness, is Goodluck Jonathan the president of Africa or what? What a line of VIPs. I doubt I've seen such anywhere since I collected my WAEC certificate in 1994. This book will swing the 2019 elections by half. Sold out status. What a time to be alive. From I am Ayo George there. From Peters 946777978. Unfortunately, Nigerians really got to know your worth after handing over power to empty APC. Looking forward to your book. Kindly also make soft copy available online, sir. Then we saw a tweet from Cream Sammy. I hope there's the cartoon version for it. We can't leave our president behind. Savage Nigerians on social media. And I think from that we move to this video that has been trending. Why has former Vice President Atiku Abubakar not traveled to the United States yet? Will he eventually travel before the 2019 presidential elections? Well, a Twitter handle, Meme Central NG, shared this video which has been trending on social media. They said Obasanjo was right years ago. Now only Dubai Atiku fit the go. True. Let's take a look at this video.
We got a letter from America in June 2006, listing a number of people to be investigated. Atiku was one of them. Atiku was one of them. That letter went straight to EFCC. It was just shown to me. because they will not be able to investigate my number 2 without my saying, okay, if we get this letter from America, so be it. And I could not, in good conscience, ask my number 2 to be investigated. But the Americans wrote and asked, among others, that he should be investigated. And that we cannot rule out.
So
no. At that time, politically, I needed to carry him along. Politically, I needed to carry him along. But I don't know whether he can go to America now. Do you know? I'm asking you, do you know?
I know he travels.
To where? He travels to where? To Dubai?
Okay, and from that video, we move on to another video that is trending currently in the Nigerian social media. Is APC National Chairman Adams Oshomole articulated? Well, let's take a look. We saw that a video was shared on social media by Yemi Fash, Twitter user at Yemi Fash. He said, "Flash, Oshomole drops new single. Watch promo video here. #GNWA." Let's take a look at this video.
We need to explain to, and much more importantly, begin to articulate. I am
obediently articulating with my I am obediently articulating with my to make everything better. Let me hear you for enjoyment. Now so much I think of God. Now let me make up president. My country people now better we want. Now we go.
Okay, a few comments. The most beautiful video you will see today on the internet from Gomez and Sud. We saw that tweet, and the parody account of President Buhari also tweeted, said, "I have always suspected Oshomole is a double agent." Interesting comments there. And then it's Flashback Friday. It's that moment where we bring a video or something that trended in the social media a couple of maybe months, years, or weeks ago. And this time around, you recall that, of course, the House of Representatives report on Vice President Oshibanjo has also been something that has been talked about this week. And there have also been concerns if that report really indicted him of corruption. But Festus Keyamo, while he was facing his screening to be a member of the board of the NDIC, said something about legislative reports and how powerful those reports are. This video captures that moment. Let's take a look at this video.
I've substantiated it by saying I listen to you because I use the word corrupt. And I'm not a lawyer, but I know that you cannot call somebody corrupt without being is he convicted? That's what the lawyer said, but that's for the law. So, but you, and I've seen you doing that.
What you cannot do is to call the person a convict. That is the difference. But you can call the person a corrupt person based on the report of Parliament. Parliament is imbued with the powers to investigate. If you look at your constitution, sir, and says what? Expose corruption. That is your power, sir. To expose corrupt practices. Therefore, if Parliament comes out with a report saying somebody is corrupt, the Parliament has spoken truth because that is your power to expose corruption.
The words of Festus Keyamo. If Parliament says the person is corrupt, then the person is corrupt. On this note, we wrap up Kakaaki Social this morning. Follow the conversation on all our social media platforms at Kakaaki Social on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and of course, subscribe to our YouTube channel at Kakaaki Social. I am Ohimaya Maize. Kakaaki Social returns on Monday next week at 8 a.m. to have yourself a nice weekend.
Thank you, Ohimaya. And of course, if the Parliament says you are corrupt, you are indeed corrupt. That's coming
right
from Keyamo. Oh, do have a wonderful weekend. We hope to see you on Monday.
All right. Thank you, Chikodi and Shola.